I don't think it's necessarily as bad of a movie as people are trying to make it seem. I just want to say, there's nothing more unreasonably uncomfortable than a contact that's been flipped inside out. Hey, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing the Netflix movie Cuties. Yes, I watched it and I have quite a bit to say. Lucky for you guys, we're also going to be doing a get ready with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet my sponge. And let's get on to the video. Okay, so I've already moisturized. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my primer on. Alright, so the reason why I watched the movie Cuties was I was curious, alright? I was on YouTube scrolling as per usual, right? And I don't even know why it came up, but this thumbnail was like, oh, Cuties, something about, you know, Cuties being banned, whatever. But then I typed up Cuties on YouTube and there's a lot of people talking about it. I didn't actually watch any of the videos, but I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and see what's up, you know, let me make my own opinion for myself, right? So of course, went onto Netflix and I typed in Cuties and I watched the movie from beginning to end. And baby, do I have some thoughts. But I'm gonna give you a little background, a little summary of what the movie, I need more primer, what the movie is about. So essentially this movie is a coming of age movie. It stars this little girl who's, I guess, moved to France from Senegal. Is it Senegal or Somalia? It might be Somalia. It doesn't really matter. She moved from somewhere else to come to, I guess, France. She moved with her mother and her two brothers. And I guess her aunt or grandmother, I don't know who she is, lives nearby. They are a Muslim family, right? So they come in, you know, she's new, you know, kids, starts off the scene, you know, her goofing around with her brother, you know, regular kid stuff. And, you know, the mom is like, oh, blah, 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 settle down, yada, yada, yada. Regular mom stuff, regular old family things. Then the movie continues, right? There's this group called the Cuties. It's a bunch of little girls. The group, everybody in this group is about maybe like 11, about 11 I think. I don't remember if they said 11 or 7, but they're young. They're like kids. And they got crop tops on. They got their little belly out. They got the little tied in the front type shirts. Definitely not clothing I would be letting my children wear if I had some. God bless me with some. But if I had some, definitely not clothing I'd be letting my 11-year-old child wear. Mind you, to school, not even in my house, but to school. All right, they're over there, they got the little heels on or whatever, and then the schoolyard. This is her first day of school. Then the schoolyard, and they're, you know, causing a scene. So they pose, the principal comes, time to go to class, and they all get in trouble. So as the movie progresses, Annie, what's her name, Annie? Ami. She befriends one of the girls in the cutie. I think she's like, not like the head cutie, but like the head cutie, you know? And, you know, she starts going to their dance practices, right? And they want to join this dance competition and beat this older group of girls who probably are in like high school or something, and you know, a dance competition, right? Nothing wrong with dance competitions. We love dance movies. Step Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, Stomp the. We love dance movies, right? So the kids, they're like, yeah, we want to dance, da da da, blah 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 blah, right? Cool. So Ami, you could tell her mother, you know, on the stricter side, you know, also she's Muslim, you know, more conservative ladies, that's fine, you know, but she wants to fit in. And not only, she recently found out by accident, essentially, that her father, you know, she does have a father, is taking another wife. And that's why he isn't there at the house. So now, bro, Ami is not She's not trying to have nothing to do with her father. She is not interested in that man or his soon-to-be wife. They don't really have a big scene in the movie, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on them. So yeah, she is like, no. I'm gonna go hang out with the cuties. They seem like they're having a good old time. I wanna have a good old time. Blase. Bro, I can't even find my makeup stuff. Hold on, let me move forward in my makeup and then I'll come back and I'll talk to y'all. Okay, so I'm back. So yeah, you know, they want to do this little dance competition or whatever and beat these teenagers because, you know, the cuties, they had, you know, So Ami, she wants to be a part of them. They look like they're enjoying life. She wants to fit in. And it pretty much goes pretty similar to a lot of these coming of age movies where, you know, the girl wants to fit in with the popular people, blah, blah, blah. So she starts changing. She steals her little brother's shirt, so it could be a crop top. Mind you, she's 11, so, you know, it works. The, I guess, leader of the group, Angie, she accepts her as a friend, you know, and they're just going about their merry old way, being, you know, rebellious little children, you know. But it's weird. The movie is weird. Let me tell you why it's weird. Because, first of all, in the beginning, after they're in school and, you know, they decide, you know, they want to kind of make, not necessarily Ami their friend, but they want to test her, essentially. They go see this boy that they think is cute, and they tell her that, you know, they should go in the bathroom and take a picture of his eggplant. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Why would you, like, so they give her the phone to go take a picture of this man's, you know, eggplant. 11, when I was 11, I was not worried about anybody's eggplant. An eggplant probably didn't really cross my mind. But they're like, yeah, go take pictures of his eggplant. Clearly it didn't work. The guy, she basically walked all the way in the bathroom to go and try to take a picture of this guy. This guy sees her and he starts cursing her out. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Understandable. So now she's like, they're like, she's cool. She tried to do it. I mean, she sucks because she didn't get the picture, but you know, she's cool enough. Let's see what she's about, right? So they take her to their little dance lesson. I guess it's like under the train tracks somewhere, under a bridge, not train tracks. And they're dancing, bop, bop, bop. And you know, she records the dance. She goes home. Mind you, she stole somebody's phone. It's not important. It's important, but it's not important. She stole somebody's phone. She got her little, I guess, fake Instagram account. And she's like, yes, I'm gonna be out here doing the do. So now she has the dance on her phone. And she is practicing these dance moves. She said, I'm gonna be a part of this dance team no matter what. So she is working it. Every night she's over here practicing these dance moves. She gonna be a dancer for real. Like, okay, this is weird. And then she starts watching like other dances. But these dances aren't like, you know, people pop locking or like people doing the stanky leg or nothing like that. These are like grown women, like, you know, grown dancing, you know. You know, I love Cardi, but you know, imagine, you know, 11-year-old doing Cardi's dances. She is over here shaking it, putting her finger in her mouth. I'm like, bro, what is this? This movie overall was pretty uncomfortable, honestly. Like, that's it. It was pretty uncomfortable. I'm gonna go on and put my concealer on. So then she comes and she got all the dance moves. She says, I am ready to show y'all how to win. Let me be on the team and I will take us to victory. You know? So she shows them her new moves because they ended up kicking out one of the other girls on the team. And they're like, oh yeah, with these moves, we will definitely get into the competition. So they end up learning the moves, blah blah blah. Fast forward to the auditions. They do the dance and they make it. Ami ended up being late. Doesn't really matter, but they got into the auditions, which actually shocked me. I was like, bro, these are grown people, adults. And I'm like, bro, these kids are doing the most. Like, I don't mind a little, you know, or, you know, but like literally the most, you know, you've seen, if you have TikTok, you've seen the WAP video where they be like WAP, 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 and then they're laying on the floor and they like bang. They doing that. I'm like, bro, no, she can't do that. Not for, bro, please. Police, very problematic once again. So yeah, they do that and they pass the audition. So they are on to the next round, basically going to Hollywood. Not really, but you know, you get it. So they're so excited, like, yes, we're gonna learn this dance. So now Ami, she starts borrowing Angie's clothes. Now she's looking more grown. She's feeling grown and sexy. She feels like she's finally found her place in the world, you know? Until the teenage group, right? She sees the teenage group and I guess they're not antagonizing her, but they make her mad. I don't remember exactly how they did it, but they make her mad. And she, full on beast mode, attacks one of the girls. She is grabbing onto her, wailing on her. So now her little other girls in the cutie team come to try and help her. And at some point, they pull Ami, the teenagers pull Ami's pants down. Bro, she got regular children underwear, you know, probably a little underwear that we've all worn from Walmart, you know? Very simple, age appropriate underwear. So they are making fun of her. Now on social media, oh, she's so young, she's so little, oh my gosh, what kind of underwear is that? The group is like, bro, we are embarrassed. Like, your underwear is really ruining our lives. So Ami goes ahead, tries to fix the problem, and she robs her mom. Yeah, robs her mom, steals money from her mom. And she takes her and her little friends to the store. And they went and bought a bunch of lingerie. They got the thongs, and they got the cheekies, and they got the lace, and they got whatever, you know. Panties. Not childish, everyday underwear, right? But it doesn't change anything because, you know, who's really walking around in their underwear? You're not going to school in your underwear. So she hasn't really fixed the problem. She's just robbed her mom. So she's like, bro, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. So with her stolen phone and her social media that she is not supposed to have, this child, 11-year-old, basically posts a nude to her page of her, I don't even know what to call it. Her, you know, her private area. So she posts her private area on the internet, and now she is grown. According to her, she's grown. But does that solve your problem? How often does posting your nudes solve your problems? I'll wait. Exactly. So the teen is very upset with her. Now everybody at their school think that they are a bunch of thotties. They're like, we're kids. Why would you expose yourself like that? Now they want to be kids. How would you expose yourself like that? You're too grown. You can't be in the group. You're ruining our image. Where was the image? What was the image? What were we trying to imagine here? So they kick her out the group. And now Ami, lost in life. She's already been rebelling against her mom. So she's like, bro, I can't be my mom's kid like that. Her mom, yes, her mom finds out about the nudes because one of the kids in the class smacked her butt and then she stabbed him with a pen right through his hand, and the teacher sent her to the principal. The principal called her mom, and her mom went off. She was like, "You're not my kid. How could you like this? Hype, angry, upset. So she is mad. So she doesn't have a place where she belongs right now. Her friends have abandoned her. Her mom is not with it at all. And now she's just, all she wants to do is be where she was when she was happy. And that is with her friends dancing. And they do not want her to dance with them. Like, she's like, no way you're going to go ahead and do this. Like, this is ridiculous. And as this is happening, we're getting closer and closer to her father's wedding. So now she has nowhere she belongs. Her mom is not trying to deal with her. Her friends have kicked her off the boat, and she just wants to go back to when times were easy, you know? She was happy, living her life, you know, with her friends, being grown. So the team ends up bringing back the girl that got kicked out, because they need another member. They're like, you know what? She could dance. We know her. Gonna take her back. The group as a whole starts shunning her, except for Angie. But Angie is like, girl, you wildin', so I can't be your friend when the other girls are around, but when we back at the apartment, I got you. And you know, that's not fun. You know, you have a friend, but you don't really have a friend, because you can only be her friend under certain circumstances. So Ami is like, nah. So she is in turmoil, distress. It's funny because like now it's closer to her father's wedding. I think it's like the day before or 2 days before they start cooking the food for the wedding that she's not even trying to be a part of, because she, at this point, she's like, bro, I want nothing to do with my daddy because he is bugging out, right? So her grandma or aunt, whoever it is, she's like, oh yeah, today you become a woman. And she gives her piles and piles of onions to start cutting, tomatoes to cut. This actually reminds me of, you know, my life. You know, it's time to start cooking, come and chop onions and the tomatoes, and it never ends. It never ends. She's like, all for me. She's like, yeah, you're gonna become a woman. As if, you know, cutting a bunch of onions, you know, it makes you a woman. Like, cooking is a skill for everyone. I just want to say, not necessarily involving the movie, but involving the movie. Cooking is a skill for everyone. Men, they eat. Women, they eat. It is in your best interest to know how to cook. 1, it saves you money. 2, you know what you're eating, so you have a better control over your health. You know? 3, it could be therapeutic, and you'll be proud of what you make at the end. Cooking is for everyone. I'm not even gonna, I was gonna go somewhere, but I'm not even gonna go somewhere. All right, so I'll continue. She starts cooking, cutting the onions. At this point, she gets her period, and she's just really distressed. She's like, bro, now I'm bloody. Oh, now I'm a woman. I'm cutting up onions. I'm a woman twice because I got my period, and I have no friends, and my dad is about to come and bring this lady, because the second wife is coming to live in the house with her and her siblings. And her mom, she's like, bro, I'm not even trying to be involved in any of that. I mean, she kind of lose it. She is like, bro, I'm going to be in this dance group, whether you want me to or not, because I need it. Give me a second. Now, she is stressed. She's like, I need to go ahead and be on this dance team because they need me, I'm good, and my life sucks. On the day of the competition, she comes, puts on her uniform, you know, the outfit they were gonna wear for the performance, and she is on her way to the competition. Because they are gonna let her dance whether they like it or not. And I mean, she's not dumb. She's a little crazy, but she is not dumb. She sees the girl that they replaced her with, and she's by, like, I guess a pond. It's a body of water on the side, and she's walking. And Ami, she's off the side, just waiting for her chance. And she full speed, bah, 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 pushes her into this lake. And I thought this child was about to die, literally drown. She is blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And Ami is just looking at her. I mean, she's shocked. So you know she got a conscience at least. She's shocked. She's like, wow, I really did that. But did Ami help her out? Absolutely not, because she got to go do her dance. So once the girl seems like she's grabbed onto something and she's not going to drown right now, Ami goes to the competition. Ami goes to the girl. She's like, oh, I'm ready to perform. The girls are shocked. They're like, bro, what are you doing here? What are you wearing? But they're about to perform. And the other girl, I think her name was Jessica, is in the water. She didn't tell him that, but she's like, bro, we got to go on. So what's up, guys? They're like, okay, fine, Ami, you can come. And now they're dancing, you know. They start their twerk and then they're bum, bum, bum. The thing that really makes me most uncomfortable, like, I mean, the dancing is much, but the part that really makes me uncomfortable is like the facial expressions these kids are making. Like the whole finger in the mouth thing, like trying to be seductive, and like it's a lot. Like I said, the movie is uncomfortable to watch, but they're performing, they're dancing, and as they're dancing, and as a viewer, the dancing is getting worse and worse. And I mean worse and worse, I mean more provocative. I'm like, bro, this is wild. Mind you, not only is the competition going on, but this competition is the same day as her father's wedding. So she left her house when she was supposed to be getting ready for the wedding, and goes to the dance competition to go and shake her booty, you know, and do things that nobody sent her to go do. While the performance is going on, while they are hitting their 1 and 2 and 3, it hits her. I think she hears her grandmother singing, like I guess a native song, and she's standing there. She's like, I'm leaving, and she runs off the stage and goes back home. Her grandmother sees her and she snatches her up.
Oh, what are you wearing? What are you doing? You're supposed to be getting ready for your father's wedding, over here being a prostitute, a whore.
Regular, you know, aggressive, foreign parent energy. And her mom comes in and she's like, leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. The grandma's like, what are you talking about? Your husband's wedding. And the grandma leaves. She's like, F this. Too much. I leave. And the mom comes down to Ami's level. I think she gave her a hug and she was like, listen, because Ami's clothes for the wedding was on the bed and she had like regular clothes sitting next to it. And she was like, you don't have to go if you don't want to. It's fine. And that was so powerful. Because at that moment, Ami knew she really didn't have to do anything that she didn't want to, in a sense. You know, as a child you have rules or whatever, but in this moment, like, you know, when it comes to big life-changing decisions and whatnot, this didn't have to be it, you know. Her mom wasn't going to persecute her. She wasn't going to make her go. She knew she was unhappy with the whole situation, and she was like, you do not have to go. And then the movie ends and Ami is jump roping and she feels free as a bird, happy and peaceful. Boom. And that ends the movie. So after I watched the movie, I did watch a little bit of the director's, not the director, the writer who wrote the movie, what she had to say about it, whatever. And she said basically she was inspired by some stuff or whatever. But essentially she was like, the movie is about, you know, not necessarily becoming a woman, but, you know, becoming a woman. Because there's two different meanings for Ami. Her mother and her grandmother, the Muslim community, you know, wanting her to be extra modest, only so your husband can come and marry somebody else and you could be unhappy. Because her mother did have a point in time where she was crying, telling people that her husband is about to take a second wife, but she is on the phone pretending like, you know, she's happy. And Ami's like, whoa. But that, I feel like, was the turning point, actually. When I really sit down and I think about what the movie it's all about. Literally finding your way as an adult or young adult. You know, who do you want to be? What do you want for yourself? I don't think it's necessarily as bad of a movie as people are trying to make it seem. I will say, like I said, I was 100% uncomfortable watching the movie the whole time. But I think the part that really makes the movie so weird or so hard to watch is that the actors in the movie are actually little kids. Like, I feel like usually when they have these roles, they have like, they're like older teenagers. They're like they're supposed to be like 16, 17-year-olds, but they're actually being played by like 20-year-olds or 21-year-old young adults. This movie has actual children playing this part, so it even makes it more difficult to watch, because it's like, wow, what, like if you have kids, you're like, whoa, my kid could never, but like this is actually wild, like actually wild. And that's very understandable. But do I think the movie was as terrible? I wouldn't say the movie is good. It was on a scale of, was it 1 out of 10? I'd give it a solid 4. No, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's weird to watch. And I don't think it's a movie that you have to watch, but I don't think that it necessarily needs to be bashed the way that it is. I feel like it does make parents maybe think like, oh, you know, to be more mindful of the friends that your children keep, or, you know, why choice is important, you know? You can't baby your kid. I don't have kids, so you can only be a parent to the best of your ability. But we've all gone to school, we've all seen how like certain people act when their parents are around, or, you know, the face that people put on. But you can't always be there with your kids, and you can only try your best to give them the knowledge, the information that they need to make the best decisions. And after that, it really is on your kid. You pray for them that they make good decisions, but if they don't, you hope they find their way back. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. But as a parent, you can only do your best. That's how I feel on the subject. This is cute. I put a little navy blue in the crease. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily let my child perform a role like that either. I'm not judging the parents that did. They weren't telling the kids, oh yeah, you know, be like this. You know, it's good to be out here, you know, trying to thought and bop. That was not the purpose of the movie. And I'm not too sure what other people are saying, but I'm just giving you guys my opinion and my feelings on it. I'm gonna cut my crease, so give me a moment. I just want y'all to know, I know this has nothing to do with the movie, but my makeup game, bro, has come a long way. If I was to recreate the first makeup look, like real makeup look I tried to do in life, guys, if I was even to show you a picture, like, you'd be shocked. Like, who is this girl and why is she in my face? Because she looks wild. I look at that picture every now and then, remind myself to be humble. Growing up isn't easy. We've all made our mistakes. We've all had those times where it's like, oh, you wish you could go back and change it, which is why it's very important to, you know, remember as a child to stay a child, because when you're grown, you can't get that back. You can't go back, you can only go forward. So make good decisions now. Look at me preaching or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face, and then I'll come back to give you my final say. All right, so I'm pretty much done with, oh, is this broken? It's not. All right, so I'm all set. This is what the final look is. Let me actually face you guys. This is the final look. What are you guys thinking? Cute. All right, so 1, if you're wondering about these mini twists, there's either a video coming up or it's already up. 2, do you think, I'm supposed to be going out today. I'm in love with these mini twists. I usually don't wear them out for like outings or whatever, but they're kind of giving me life. And I think I want to wear them out, but I also have this wig that I want to wear. But final thoughts on the movie. It is not a terrible movie. I think that, like I said, I think it's like a what, 4 out of 10. It's not a need to see movie, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's not, I mean, it is triggering to a point. It's also kind of thought-provoking, like, oh, what could have been done to stop Ani from even, you know, experiencing that, you know? It wasn't as bad as everyone's seen. I could see why it could be controversial. They're really little kids, but besides that, you know, I don't think it was like, you know, that bad. I wouldn't let my kid watch it. I don't think, you know, it is what it is. So on that note, I hope you like my look. I love my look. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you always know when I post. And most importantly, remember to stay blessed, don't stress, and let God take care of the rest. Deuces.